What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Adam, and my whole goal is to just keep it real always and see other people win. I want to thank you guys for all the love on the last video. Didn't expect it to do so well, but it did great, and you guys showed a lot of love. So I hope it helped you improve your CVR, or just generate some new ideas around drop shipping and building your websites and finding products and everything. But yeah, I really appreciate the love. In this video, I'm going to go over how I structure and like to test my Facebook ads. So personally, what works best for me and what's also working well for people in my group. So let's just jump right into it. We'll hop to the computer. And one thing that I would like to say before we get started is that each ad account does perform differently and responds differently to different types of campaigns. So something to keep in mind if you're trying out these structures, it might not be the best thing for your ad account. So it's worth testing more, and that's the only thing that I really have to say on that is testing more and maybe building off of what we talk about here today and just trying new ideas and things like that. So anyways, it's super simple, just like I like to do my website creation for a high CVR. It's super simple. Everything is kind of straight to the point. And then once you're scaling, it's even simpler. So I don't dive deep into all of the little pieces of data, not for just testing or, for new people, but yeah, it's super simple. So let's hop over to the computer and we'll talk about it. So here we are on the computer, and basically when we are in the ads manager, we just hit create, hit sales, continue. And what I like to do is I start with a manual sales campaign. Just hit next on that. It'll pop up all the information. This is on a burner ad account, so just a heads up. I'm not going to show like videos, setup, stuff like that, but I will show kind of like how I like to structure primary text and headlines and things like that. But basically, right when you click new sales campaign in manual, you're just going to leave all of this, and then advantage campaign budget, I go ahead and turn that on, and I rip $100. This is obviously $50 because it's on a burner ad account. Anyways, and then after that, you're pretty much all set, but I'll do a $100 daily budget. And then for the new sales ad set, I go ahead and I start it the next day at 12 a.m. and then no end date. I don't mean to click that. And audience type, if it's like this, just leave it. Audience controls, this is where we're going to add some locations. So I'm really big on testing multiple locations. So for this CBO, I would probably type in things like Canada, Australia. Oh, weird. Hostile. Australia, United Kingdom, and then New Zealand. These are like the most popular. So I would get one ad set up with these top 5 is what people call them. I don't necessarily agree with them being top 5, and I'll get to that point here in a minute. But you leave advantage plus audience, leave placements, and then you just hit next. And I'm going to go ahead and blur that out. But basically you select your Facebook page and then single image or video, and you upload your creative. And for the primary text, I talked about it a little bit in the last video. Whatever your hook is in your video, I like to relate it to the hook or the first sentence of the primary text. And I'll say something, that goes along with that. So it'll be like hook, and it's really simple. And then I'll do benefit, or objection. And I keep this really short. I don't like to put out like, let's say if it was a hair growth thing, it would be like, grow hair faster. And then people often say like, let's say it's one benefit, they'll do grow hair faster. The natural ingredients help hair growth. Screw that. You don't want all that text. You just want it to be super simple. And so you'd write, faster hair growth. although I probably wouldn't put that, but just as an example, hopefully you can understand. And then I would put some sort of urgency text, like limited stock remaining, get yours now. And I would put I'm too used to Discord. I guess I can't put the emoji there, but we'll put in the emoji and get yours now. And then I'll put link here. And for the headline, I like to put the offer. And this is like people do test this with different things, but I just like to put the offer. So get yours 80% off plus free shipping, like something like that, and it looks decent on the ad. And then a lot of people don't add descriptions, but I don't mind putting descriptions, and I'll say something like rated 4 out of 5 by shoppers like you, or something like that, because then people might think it's more personalized or something. Call to action, just shop now. And then let's see, for enhancements, catalog items. So dynamic description, I definitely just turn it off, but all these might show up differently on yours. I don't really recommend using any of the creative enhancements, and I just fade those, don't do them. And so this will be one video, and I used to really enjoy using DCT, dynamic creative testing, but now there's no breakdown on Facebook to where you can see which combination is performing the best. Obviously you can if you look at like your notifications or something, and one of them is getting all the spend, so people are liking it, commenting on it, that type of thing. But it's really just easy to set it up like this. And so I would duplicate, if this will load, I would quick duplicate this ad set, and it would come up as ad set copy. And so, to make it easy, you can do video 1 and video 1, and then here would be like video 2 and video 2, and then you just keep doing the same exact thing and duplicating these ad sets, and the budget is all on the campaign level, so Facebook is automatically going to send the money to whichever ad set is performing best. I do keep it to just the 5 locations here. That's in the ad set level, but I do keep it to just the 5 locations here. And then what I'll do is, after this one is running for like 2 days, I will duplicate it and I will change all the locations to, some of my favorites are like UAE, Singapore, Malaysia's been doing all right, some of Europe, and I keep it to kind of another 5. And then depending on which ones, when you start scaling, so let's say you've ran this for 4 to 5 days, and it's profitable after day 3, day 4 it's performing well, day 5 it's performing well, or even close to break even, things are going all right, then you can, it's not going to show, but I guess I'll just close it anyway. You can hit this breakdown here and go to country, and unfortunately it won't show, but usually when you hit breakdown country, it'll show which countries are performing the best. And I like to take those countries, those single countries, and then I just hit create. I go to campaign level, I hit create, sales, and I do Advantage Plus shopping campaign. And then I do only that country. So let's say Singapore was performing the best, and so I'll do Singapore, and I'll only do Singapore in this ASC, and I start it at $50. And this could be 4 countries out of the 10 that you tested, and you run them all in a single ASC. And if they're performing well, you use the post ID from the CBO of the best performing ad for this country, and you put it in the ASC, and then you set it at $50, and then you let that run for a day, and you let it run for one more day, and then you start upping the budget, And then once it's ran for about 5 days, you take the total cost per purchase, like average, and you set up cost caps. And depending on what your cost per purchase average, let's say your break even cost per purchase is $23, but your average was $14 cost per purchase, then go ahead and toss in a $15 or $16 cost cap. And basically that's telling Facebook, we don't want sales if you're gonna charge us more than $16 per sale. And then basically from there, you just keep ramping up the budget, and each day, depending on how the performance is, you can lower it $1, up at $2, lower it $2 for the cost caps. But your budget can stay the same. You know, let's say it's running at $1,500 a day and your cost caps are at $14, but it's not getting all the spend, so you just bump it up to $15. And we know that our break even was 23 or 24, whatever I said. So you're still gonna make money. And if it starts spending and you're getting the sales at 14 or 15, then, you know, good to go, just let it spend. And that's like as simple as it is, really. I hope that I dove deep enough into it. It seems like, I don't know, pretty self-explanatory. Once you are testing in those CBOs, you don't have to turn them off. But if there's new ads that you're testing in the CBO and they start performing well for a certain country, then just move them over to the ASC and let them share the cost cap ASC with the single country that they were performing best in. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. And if you guys do have any questions, please let me know. Once again, I do appreciate you guys coming to the channel, watching the videos, liking the videos, subscribing. I do have a paid group if you guys are interested in joining it. I'm on there basically all day. But yeah, that link will be down in the description below. If you guys do have any questions, yeah, just drop them below. And thank you again. Yeah, that's all I got. Thanks, guys.